This week on Savvy Saturdays, I'm going to show you how to avoid the 3 most common debt traps in part 2 of my series on debt perceptions. Stay tuned. Welcome back to part 2 of my Savvy Saturday series on debt perceptions. This week, we're going to focus quickly on 3 areas where people commonly fall into debt: overdraft, cars, and consolidation. So let's jump in. First, overdraft protection. This is likely the most misleading name of any financial product on the market. The perception here is that overdraft protection protects you from overdrafting and paying an overdraft fee, right? What actually happens, however, is you are merely protected from the effects of your overspending or lack of awareness and are thrust into debt with the bank and or dwindling of your connected savings account. Let me be clear, if you overdraft your account, you still pay the fee every single time. Your bill or expense may still get paid for, but it puts you into debt with the bank or your own savings account. It's one of the main revenue generators for banks, and in just 2017, banks made over $34 billion on overdraft fees alone. For more on this, including a visual breakdown of how this all works, check out my previous Savvy Saturday video, How to Not OD on Spending. Next, car loans. Driving a newer car is safer, more reliable, and will save me in the long run, right? The truth is that paid-for cars free up money to build wealth. Most people simply give excuses, but listen to this story about someone who had their motivation in front of them instead of their excuses. A client bought a 2000 Dodge Stratus in 2009. The car had a fender bender, hail damage, and was missing a hubcap. But on the upside, it only had 107,000 miles on it, the engine ran good, and it only cost $1,000. Great starter car. They had the car for over 2 more years and put over 50,000 miles on it. That's a cost of only 2 cents per mile. They did the usual maintenance of changing the oil, wiper blades, and a new set of tires, but other than that, the car was more reliable than his spouse's brand new 2011 Dodge Journey, which was in the shop 3 times in the first month that they owned it. Now, when I told you that story, you probably had a picture in your mind of this car. The reality is, it looked like actually this. That's what a real reliable $1,000 car looks like. Now here's another example for you soccer moms that need a kid hauler that's safe and reliable. How about this car? It took 3 minutes to find this online for $4,900 with 102,000 miles, auto sliding doors, and it has a 4 out of 5 star crash test rating and reliability rating. It works. My Honda Civic cost me $5,000 cash. Here's a picture of that. Used cars are smarter and they can absolutely save you money. You just need to know how to buy one wisely, and it's easier than you think. For more on this, check out my previous Savvy Saturday videos: why used cars are smarter, how to drive free cars for life, and how to buy an actually reliable, safe used car, which has a link to download a free step-by-step extensive checklist on the complete used car hunting and buying process. You are officially out of excuses to get a car loan ever again. Lastly this week, debt consolidation. Payments. Most Americans have become slaves to their payments, and when things get tight, they tend to turn quickly to consolidation. After all, if the payment was more manageable, then that would solve everything, right? Here's the problem with consolidation. It's a band-aid. You're just moving the debt to a different place and setting yourself up to actually be in debt longer because the payments will get less traction over time. The behavior also towards borrowing and overspending that got you in that position hasn't changed, and the consequences will come back around and bite you. Finally, you cripple your money's ability to work for you in a way that can actually pay off that debt because now you only have one payment for one giant loan. For more on that debt payoff strategy, check out my previous Savvy Saturday video, How to Crush Debt for Good. So that wraps up this installment on our discussion on debt perceptions. Make sure to join me for the last installment, and I'll see you there. I hope you found this information helpful. Make sure to download my free ebook, The Money Finder, which helps you save in 5 major expense areas. And come join me in the Strong Together Money community. It's my free Facebook community designed to keep you focused, informed, and growing in your financial journey. Also, are you tired of paying that ridiculous cable bill, but you don't know how to keep your content without it? Maybe you've even already cut cable, but you're wondering if there's a better option that could save you more or even give you more options without added cost. Check out my online course, Cable Cutting Academy, at cablecuttingacademy.com for more information. It's helped plenty of people find options and savings step by step. This has been Jeremy with Strength in Numbers, helping you find more money to fund your dreams.